David Bowie.
Thank you very much.
OK. Over to the door.
I think if we put Clive on his back, he'd be taller than me.
Sorry?
If you put Clive on his back, he'd be taller
All
than
right,
me.
now listen, you've got these high heel things.
Very
on.
high heel shoes.
But they don't count. Oh, OK, it counts.
Well, look, there you go. I'll give you. I should measure out 5'10" and a half.
I can't do 5'10" and a half.
Yes.
Are you 5'10" and a half?
Yes.
You're not 5'10" and a half.
5'10" and a half.
OK, all right, hang on a minute. Let's see.
What are you?
6 foot 2. There you go.
That's pretty accurate.
David.
I'm still big.
Bowie?
B-O...
Go on.
Carry on.
W-I...
yeah.
OK, officially, David Bowie's taller than Better.
Oh, yeah.
So, David...
I had a hell of a time getting here.
I know, go on. I know you want to talk about this.
Oh,
Go
let
on.
me tell... No, you don't know. I tried to cross Hammersmith Bridge, and I didn't know that the rich people have got it all blocked up.
Right.
So I got fined, dragged into court, all that, all in the last half hour.
No way.
Yes, it's absolutely true. And I've had gastroenteritis. All in the last half hour.
And can't you tell the gastroenteritis is still doing the rounds?
Do you know how I got that?
Go on.
I was in Indonesia. I was lost in the jungle. This is absolutely true. What?
I believe you.
Yeah. And an old man with one leg and a donkey found me and took me to a glade and pointed to a temple and a palace. And I said, I'm not Muslim. Wife is, I'm not. So we're going to the palace. You're going to let me go on with this, aren't you?
Dead right, mate. You started it.
We got to the palace, and it's the son of, I think he was a gun runner, and he had guys in turrets all around the palace with guns to keep the poor people out. He was so pleased to see me that he put a sheet up in the garden, at the bottom of the garden, pouring with rain.
Yeah.
Servants holding a sheet up at the far end of the garden, had a projector on the porch where we were, and we sat and watched Sahara with Brooke Shields. Then he threw a party, and he had 7 daughters and 7 sons.
Yeah.
I always laugh when I say that bit. And the 7 daughters, they entertained me royally with dance and no, flute playing. Flute playing and dance. And he fed me things like monkey breast and parrot beak, I think it was the course that night. And the next day, I'd redecorated the bathroom. But he sent his daughter over to me.
Yeah.
His favourite daughter, he sent to me. If you know what I mean.
Yes.
And I
you.
couldn't make it to the front door. I went, go away! You're beautiful, but go away. This was many years ago. That has nothing... This has absolutely nothing to do with the fact that I got gastroenteritis the other day. That was just... It just reminded me, though, that I've had it twice. We won't talk about the chair.
OK.
Shall we talk about the
No,
chair?
you talk about whatever you want, but...
This is the second worst chair I've sat on today.
Show them the chair.
Look at this chair. That chair. The first one is owned by Richard Branson on Virgin Airlines. And he has... Oh, no, they're fabulous. Virgin Airlines are great, except this one. It's the 747-200 series. And they've left the old chairs on, the Chinese chairs, but they just put Virgin material on it. And you can't... You know, it won't go anywhere. It's all... And so I slept like that. I've been up for 29 hours.
We can tell, can't we?
This is me straight, buddy. You're lucky you didn't know me 25 years ago. How are you doing?
I'm great, actually. Great.
Good.
You used to stay up for 7 to 8 days at a time.
I
Is that
did
right?
indeed, yes.
Now, what's that like?
I had a lot of friends. And you've got to give friends time.
Was that the drugs, then?
What, that attracted the friends, you mean? The reason I had friends? Probably, yeah, I
But
imagine.
is
They
that
all disappeared when I stopped doing drugs, so I think you're probably right on the money there.
So, did you find that you wrote better songs
No.
or worse songs when you did the old, you know?
Well, as I wrote things like Low, Heroes, Lodger, scary monsters, all
By the way,
straight.
by the way, by the way.
Without drugs. Pretty much without drugs. I don't think. I think it's just an attitude more. You know, whether you're enjoying it and.
But you don't have a drink now either, do you?
I don't drink and I don't drug. No.
But you do. You smoke fags and you drink coffee.
Oh God, yeah. I'm dying for a cigarette.
Well, you can't have one on the telly. We're not allowed to. In the old days, you could, but you can't anymore.
Seriously,
you can have one in drama, but this ain't a drama. Mind you, you're turning
it's very
into
good
one.
sense. It's not a drama or a.
If the harm that cigarettes did.
Yeah.
Could be seen on the outside of your
Could be
body.
bottled and sold.
Yeah. Well, it is, I suppose.
You could provide half the mercenaries in America with a new weapon, couldn't you?
But if it was visible.
Forget anthrax, buddy. Nicotine in the. They did a program on American television the other night. I cannot believe it. As though we haven't got enough problems. Dateline did this thing. Let's recreate what would happen if terrorists threw anthrax down on the American subway. And they spent all this money showing us how 500,000 people would be dead in one day in New York, how bodies would be piled up because all the grave diggers would have buggered off to Queens or wherever they come from. Brooklyn? I don't know. Where do grave diggers come from?
I don't know.
Yeah. See the questions this kind of debate raises. And it went on for about an hour, and I was so depressed at the end of it, realising that I really mustn't stay in cities where even the tiniest possibility of anthrax being loosed upon me and my family. But then I forgot all about it in a half an hour because Friends came on.
And that's the world we live in.
That's the world we live in.
It is.
Sure enough.
Who are the best kissers?
Stop smiling, your camera's shaking.
Who are the best kissers, men or women?
Why ask me?
Do they kiss differently?
You know, there are a lot of doctors who can actually help you with this. You can stay in England and you'll be as safe as houses.
Oh, okay.
Just don't go to America.
Do you know Iggy Pop?
Funnily, you should say that. I've got his socks with me.
Nice one.
I asked him what I should ask you next week, and he said, "What socks are you wearing?" Are these Iggy socks?
No, those are my socks.
What are the ones you're wearing?
The same identical pair.
The mem shows.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. All right then. Because Iggy's still here, by the way. He wants to wave to you. He's there. He's there.
That's Jim thinking. That's Jim thinking on his feet.
Totally. Now.
Totally.
Diana Ross is on the show next week.
Oh, fantastic.
Right. So Iggy gave us a question.
Don't go.
No, I know. I'm going to try.
Don't go breaking a heart.
Werther's might have a go, mightn't you, Werther's? Yeah, river deep, mountain high, oh baby, I think. What question should I ask her?
Diana Ross.
Yeah.
Oh, they're scummy questions. Those are the only questions I've got ever that I ever ask anybody.
Go on, then.
Has she ever had gastroenteritis?
In the desert.
I think, yeah.
How potty's the pottiest you've been? When was that?
Pretty damn mad, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it true that you used to save your urine because you thought Jimi Hendrix would use it in a potion?
Jimi Hendrix? No, I wrote about that in a book that I was writing called The Thin White Duke, and he kept it in a refrigerator.
You did?
No, The Thin White Duke did.
Oh, right. I see.
Which it wasn't me, you see.
Oh, yes. OK, David.
But, oh, yes, it was. But I was writing a book, and I'll tell you, he's got the book and said he wanted to work on it. This is 25 years ago. Cameron Crowe, you know the American writer?
No, I don't.
Who wrote Ridgemont High, all those
I don't.
crazy...
But it doesn't matter.
Yeah, no, well, look him up.
All right,
Your local library.
We'll get him
It's
up.
good to read.
Now and again. You read all the time and you paint all the time.
Yeah.
When was the last time you painted? What did you paint?
I painted a tulip.
Was it
Seriously?
There? Was it there?
It was dead, but it was kind of a mod, you know, like I was going to put it in formaldehyde. I thought, no, that's not going to really. It has not got legs, so I just painted on canvas.
Yeah?
Yeah.
When
so I
was that?
painted a dead tulip in Bermuda.
When?
Last year. That's a long time ago.
So you're working this weekend.
Yeah, we
Big
did
time?
Wembley. Yeah.
NetAid.
NetAid.
Who's on with you? Who are your pals?
Eurythmics.
Yeah.
Definitely on.
Okay, that'll do, that'll do.
Pals. I met George Michael. Don't know him. Robbie Williams. I met him once. Nice
man.
guy.
Robbie
no,
Williams,
I
top
liked
man.
him. He's a good guy. Stereo.
Phonics.
Phonics. Met. The funny stereos. Are they like the harmonica gang?
No.
Oh.
Now listen, before you go, you've been such a gent all day. Is there anything we can do in return for you?
Yeah, you can give me a photograph of that.
What about anything else, Tom?
No, that's fine.
What
absolutely.
about the Joe Longthorne thing that we rehearsed?
Oh, you know what? Tell you what I'll tell you. Do you know what? Who's this remind you of? Hey, this is Major Tom to ground control. Who's that remind you of?
Senor.
Long Thorn.
Right, okay.
Big Thorn.
Should we get him on?
Yeah, let's get him.
For one more big finish. And for David, here is Joe Longthorne.
Joe Longthorne.
One more, what have you got for us,
Yeah,
Joe?
I got one of the biggest finishes of all time. This is Sunny Side of the Street. Here we go. Right, baby!